Welcome back to the weekly portion. We are starting a new Chumash, a new book of the 5 books of Moses, the book of Exodus, which in Greek means ex-hodos, going on the road, going on the departure out to the road. And we are going to read the first verse of the weekly portion of Shemot, which is the Hebrew name of the book, based on the second word of this book, literally meaning names. Again, we'll read it once regularly, once with a melody, and then we'll talk about some grammatical issues. Ve'ele shemot bnei Yisrael haba'im Mitzrayma et Yaakov ish uveito ba'u. And now with the traditional melody, Ve'ele Shemot bnei Yisrael haba'im Mitzrayma et Yaakov ish uveito ba'u. And these, ve'ele, ele is the demonstrative pronouns. So we have pronouns in languages that are pointing towards something. Okay, ele is the plural close demonstrative. It's pointing to something that is near. In this case, pointing to the names of the children of Israel that went to Egypt with Jacob. So ele, the singular, masculine singular would be ze, and the feminine singular would be zot. Okay, mostly. Shemot bnei Yisrael. This is a multiple construct chain. The names of the children of Israel. How do I know that this is a construct chain? Sometimes there is something indicating that it is the construct form in the word itself. Sometimes we don't see that in the word, but in the context, the detailing of how to distinguish them are obviously in my course, Understanding Biblical Hebrew. Haba'im Mitzrayma, haba'im. Note, ba'im is masculine plural. We can see the ending im. It's a masculine plural participle, okay? And it is not used as a verb, even though the participle may be used as a verb or as a noun or as an adjective. In this case, it is not used as a verb. We can see that we have the definite article. So, and the definite article cannot be found before a verb. As we can see, ba'u, of the same root here, but ba'u is a verb and haba'im is a participle. Mitzrayma, this is the directional hey. Instead of saying le Mitzrayim or el Mitzrayim, which are other ways of saying toward somewhere, here we have the directional hey at the beginning, at the end of the word. Another point, et Yaakov. So et is an extremely common word in the Biblical Hebrew, about 12,000 times. If you take all of its conjugations and all of its forms, usually the word et simply marks the definite direct object. In this case, it is not the definite direct object marker, but rather it means with. Okay, so they came with Jacob, and I think the translation here of the word it is with is a good translation. See you next week, which will be our last portion. We started exactly a year ago, and that's very exciting to have finished a cycle of all of the first verses of all of the weekly portions of the Torah.